deep down in the corner.
Now these coaches have had all this time in the timeout. You wonder if they were preparing for an end of game split-second situation like this, or if they were getting their troops ready for what they thought would be a third overtime.
My guess is Mark Few was getting his team prepared that they were going to have a last shot.
I'll tell you what's interesting. It's an old-time play. Throw it off the glass. If you don't keep it in bounds, though, they get the ball back.
Right.
Everybody stops. You get the ball off the glass. Of course, from there, it's a tough angle with the guy being guarded.
And plus, Idong Ibok is guarding Pendergraft out of bounds. He's got a wingspan of about 7'6"
Yeah, 9'3" wing reach and 7'5" wingspan on Ibok, who stands 6'11". Redshirt freshman in the game for the first time. They throw it deep. Davis steals, and we're heading for a third overtime. Well, catch your breath, get your favorite beverage, and come on back to Maui. Welcome back to Maui in the first 3 overtime game in the 22-year history of the Maui Invitational, in its 5th year, sponsored by EA Sports.
Need a respirator. Are you
Mike
tired,
the
Mike?
official over here telling us that he could break if you get our drift. No time for the officials to run off the court and get a momentary break.
What did you say, 4 games in 5 days for Michigan State?
Yeah, boy, it will be interesting to see the effect this has on either team that makes it to the championship game tomorrow. You know, Arizona and Connecticut are waiting and undoubtedly antsy, but this could really help whoever wins that game tomorrow. The toll this would take on the winner of this one. Davis wins the tip again from Batista, and the third overtime is underway.
Gonzaga needs to be active in this 2-3 zone. Show hands and get around some of these screens.
Ager for 3.
They're all concentrating on Brown in the middle of the lane, and they didn't match up properly on the wing.
Boy, doesn't he run, Tom Izzo, run great sets against the zone. Action to one side, screening it, and then running the action back to the other side.
It deludes you to thinking it's going one way.
Ager is 33 points. Here's Pargo, the freshman, to Morrison. The bank.
Unbelievable. In traffic, still the kiss.
37 for Morrison on 13 of 27 from the floor and 7 of 8 from the line. Knights will kill some time as Michigan State gets set. Ager, Brown, Suton, and Davis. They've been the 5 that have played almost exclusively in the extra sessions. Ager long. Rivio nearly lost it to his own man Pargo and got it back. Now a chance for the lead for the Zags. Batista, he's played a very long time with the 4 fouls like Yeager. Morrison lost it off a foot, but it went to Rivio.
They've been going to that pin down a lot. Batista pinning down the screen for Morrison, and Morrison looking into him.
Batista gets great screens, too. Short.
Pargo way short, but there's Pendergraft with his first bucket of the ball game. And it gives Gonzaga a lead. Both teams over the century mark with 3 minutes remaining in overtime number 3.
Pendergraft should play in overalls. He just keeps working.
Ager, an air ball. Caught by Suton, and then he was fouled.
Both Batista and Davis were going after the rebound hard, and Pendergraft just slipped in behind. You can see he wasn't boxed out after he set that little screen, and Goran Suton nowhere in the picture.
Oh my goodness, after 39 in a row made by these two teams combined since halftime, Suton, the miss. Michigan State had made 19 in a row. Now Suton with one more to tie.
See if Gonzaga goes back to that same screen. Batista down for Morrison.
a little 4-round one with Batista inside.
Pendergraft, jack to three. Morrison the rebound. He was fouled by Travis Walton. So Morrison will go to the line. He's 7 out of 8 from the stripe.
Yeah, both coaches run so many things, Jay. That was different. They hadn't run that open middle with Baptista working, and then Morrison's able and capable of rebounding. He's got such a size differential. They need somebody quick to guard him on the perimeter, then he takes advantage at low.
You think Mark Few drew up that play for Pendergraft to take a three from the corner?
No. I meant Baptista being in the lane.
3 points away from the tournament record. Lowry did that in 1994 Loyola Marymount against Chaminade. Morrison 2 to tie the record. That's the last thing on his mind right now.
May have been Bill Greer or Leon Rice drew up the three for Pendergraft. I know it wasn't Mark Few.
Longest game for Gonzaga since 1978. They played 4 overtimes and a 3-point win against Idaho State in February of 1978. They lead this one by 2.5 to go.
Straight up man, they go into their 1-4 high.
Davis down the lane, bumped before the shot by Heitfeld.
Both teams are so well equipped. They recognize situations, get right into the flow of their offense.
Heitfeld hasn't played much lately. He's had 4 fouls, and they've been prospering without him. But he picks up his 5th and fouls out. Michigan State last played a 3 overtime game in 1996, December 14th. Against Detroit, the 3 overtime loss, 86-84. So Heitfeld out of the game, and here's Davis at the free throw line. 10 for 10 from the stripe, 11 for 11. And if he can continue to be perfect from the line, he'll tie the game again.
I tell you, I have utter admiration for these two teams. These kids have given everything that's been asked by the coaches. It's an extraordinary high level of play this early.
You talk about leaving your heart on the floor. It's not just the effort. It's what you're saying, Bill. The high level of play. Big play after big play.
Tied at 103. Amazing free throw shooting. 4 misses combined. It's 53 attempts by these two teams. Hargo with Rivio, Pendergraft back in now. Batista and Morrison. 15 to shoot. Into Batista, assertive move to the bucket. It spins out over Sultan, who corrals the rebound.
He's been tough too.
Really good job by Sultan to come and pick up Batista as he rolled off that screen. That was solid work.
Timeout, 1:43 to go, and overtime number 3, tied at 103. Back at the Lahaina Civic Center at the EA Sports Maui Invitational. One of the great games in the 22-year history of this event, the premier in-season, early tournament, end of regulation, down by 3. Maurice Ager tied it at 80 at the buzzer to force overtime, a bizarre end overtime. The game tied. The shot clock buzzer goes off. The players thought the overtime had ended. It had not, but Batista missed a short one. End of second overtime, tied again. Rivio missed a 3. Brown a chance to win it for Michigan State. He slipped and traveled. They put .9 back on the clock, but Gonzaga did not score on the inbounding play. The pass was intercepted. The question becomes, how will overtime number 3 end? Still a ways to go to get to that point. 1:43 left, and Tom Izzo scheming his team with the ball out of a timeout in a 103-103 tie. Last time 2 teams each over 100 points in a game in this tournament was 1991, when Chaminade beat Providence 111-108 in a first round game.
Well, if you're Michigan State, well, they have hit some really big perimeter shots. You don't want to take a challenge jumper unless the ball was moved from side to side or gone inside out.
This is the 17th time the game has been tied. There have been 22 lead changes.
Good things happen when Davis touches it generally. That means they've run their offense, had some good looks, down to 10.
And time to go toward the bucket for the Spartans. Brown guarded by Pendergraft. 3 to shoot. Davis a screen. Brown for 3. Way off. Cargo the rebound. 1:15 to go. 9th ranked Gonzaga with the ball in a 103 tie.